How do you have the talk? The where are we going? What are we doing here? Am I actually investing in something with a future, or am I wasting my time? Talk. This one question is one of the most confusing areas of dating, and it's one of the places where we make the most mistakes. But just a few simple shifts can make a huge difference and actually make this talk very easy and very natural to have with people. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you have this talk, how you bring it up, and how you make sure that the relationship you're investing in is actually going somewhere. So let's talk about the talk. Now, the first thing I want to say is one of the biggest misconceptions is that it should be a talk rather than several talks over time. And the first time you should have this talk is actually very early on, your first date or even the first phone call, first time you talk to each other. Now, a lot of people will tell you, don't do that, don't bring it up, you'll look desperate, you'll push people away. And that's horrible advice, because you have to understand that if this person isn't on the same page with you about what they're looking for and where they expect a relationship to go, then hoping and investing in it, thinking that it's going to change down the road, is a really horrible plan for you. That's how you waste a lot of time with the wrong people. So it's actually important to have this talk early on, because what you establish is an intention for the relationship. Now, of course, there's an understanding that, look, we don't really know each other. We don't know where this is going to go. We might discover things about each other and realize we don't want this relationship. And you can have that talk too. That's okay. But the idea is that, look, I'm looking for a relationship, and I'm spending time with you because I want a relationship, and I want to know that if we're together a year from now, we're going to be on track for a relationship. Now, of course, I understand we may a month from now decide that we don't want to see each other anymore. That's okay. I get that. But here's the thing. I want to know that if we continue seeing each other, I'm not investing in a dead end. I want to know that we're on the same page, that we're both looking for a relationship, that we both see when we meet the right person that we're headed in that direction, that we both want the same kinds of things from life and from love. And if we don't, that's okay, but I just need to know up front so I don't keep investing in you just to find out down the road that you never wanted it at all. And that's why it's so important to establish this on the front end. It's so important to establish this early on. And it only makes you look desperate if you bring it up in a desperate way. It's actually very empowering to say, listen, I just need to be honest with you. I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for something real. I'm looking for someone I can build a life with. And if you're not looking for the same things, I don't want to take this any further. That's not desperate at all. But that actually draws a line. It says, look, I'm not just going to let you do whatever you want with me and hope that I get what I'm looking for in the long run. I want to know that if we continue to see each other, we're going to build something together. Now, this is why it's so important, because what most people do is they don't bring it up in the beginning, and then they get in a month or a couple months in, and then they start to get real nervous and they go, I don't know how to bring it up. I don't know what to say. What if I bring it up and they say no? What if I get rejected? And so they wait until they just can't stand it anymore, and then they bring it up. And usually by that point, it's already become established that it's a casual relationship with no expectations. So that person is like, no, I'm not really interested in a relationship. I'm just looking to have a good time, or I'm just getting to know people and seeing where this goes. I don't really want any commitment. By establishing it in the beginning, you make it clear that that's where it's going. So when you bring it up down the road, and we suggest maybe bringing it up once a month, not that it's a rule that you have to bring it up every month on a certain date or anything like that, but just the idea that about once a month, let's check in. Hey, so, we had a talk that we were both looking for a relationship. We said that's where this was going. I just wanted to check in with you. Or how are you feeling about that? Are you feeling are you liking where this is going? Do you feel good about our relationship together? Do you want to continue exploring it? And you just check in with each other as you go along. So yeah, you have the conversation in the beginning, and then maybe a month in, and then 2 months in, and then 3 months in. And by that time, you've been talking about it enough. And every step of the way, you've been checking in with each other. So you've been establishing the fact that, look, we are creating a relationship here. We're not just hanging out to have a good time with no expectation of where it's going to go. We are creating a relationship together, step by step, every step of the way from the beginning. And people are usually afraid to bring this up and have these kinds of conversations because they're afraid of rejection, or they're afraid of the other person not wanting what they want. But you have to understand, if that person doesn't want what you want, you're not going to get what you want. So you're going to invest and invest and invest and hope and pray that it goes somewhere, and you're going to be let down time and time again because you didn't have the courage to establish it at the beginning. When you establish it at the beginning and you check in every step of the way, like I said, about once a month, you have a check-in and just like, hey, where are we? Are we still on the same page? Do you still see this going somewhere? It's not a surprise when you do bring it up. They know what to expect. They know what you want. And they know that if they continue investing in this relationship, they're going to have to step up and be the person you're looking for. It saves you time. It makes things clear. It makes things clean. There's no hurt feelings or unacknowledged expectations and leading each other on. It cuts all of that out, and it's honest, it's authentic, it's real, it's true. And if you want to create a conscious relationship, you have to have enough courage to be real, authentic, and true from the start and bring that through your relationship every step of the way. And you do that by having the talk every step of the way. We're hosting a workshop called How to Create Your Ideal Partner. And the workshop's free. You can join at no cost. But I'd like to invite you to take this. It's a 1-hour workshop, and it's an opportunity to learn some of these tools that we're talking about here to consciously create a relationship and not only attract your ideal partner, but attract them and build a foundation to create the lifetime partnership that you really dream about. You can register for that at myconsciousrelationship.com. So go ahead, go there, register, enjoy the workshop, and we'll see you there.